Welcome to all. In this video we will visit the heritage site of Mahabalipuram. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Let's get started. Mahabalipuram, also known as Mamallapuram, is a town in Kanchipuram district in the South Indian state of Tamil Nadu. It is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site which has monuments dating back to 7th and 8th century. It was a major port city during the reign of Pallavas. The town derived its name from the Pallava king Narasimhavarman I, who was also known as Mahabali. The monuments represent rathas, mandapas, and many other sculptures. You can reach Mahabalipuram from Chennai, which is 59 kilometers, or Pondicherry, which is 95 kilometers. Nearest railway station is Chengalpet, which is 30 kilometers away. Since you need to walk a long distance to visit all the main monuments, it is advisable to carry enough water and snacks. It is also important to keep the heritage site free from littering. After getting an entry ticket, you can begin from Arjuna's Penance. This is one of the largest bas-relief sculptures in the world. Arjuna, the epic hero of Mahabharata, is depicted here as sage doing penance in order to obtain the divine weapons from Lord Shiva. Some are of the opinion that it is in fact Bhagirath's penance to bring the celestial Ganges to the earth. The carvings depict realistic life-size images of birds, animals, deities, and other divine figures watching the flow of Ganga. Adjacent to Arjuna's Penance is Krishna Mandapam. This mandapam depicts Lord Krishna lifting the Govardhana mountain in order to protect the cows and the cowherds from the wrath of Indra, the god of rain. Another interesting monument is Krishna's Butterball, a huge boulder with just a tip of it touching the rock, giving the onlooker an impression that it may roll on him any moment. It is said that the Pallava kings attempted to move it, but all the kings and their elephants were not able to move the boulder even by an inch. You will find direction boards which will help you guide to the right places. Next to visit is Trimurti Cave Temple. Trimurti Cave Temple is famous for its depiction of the Hindu trinity Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. Unlike the other cave temples built by Pallavas, this one does not have a pillared mandap but opens directly to the three shrines. Apart from that, a small shrine dedicated to Durga is also present, depicting the legend of her slaying demon Mahishasur. Ganesharatha is a monolithic temple carved out of granite dedicated to Shiva. Since there is a Ganesha idol inside the shrine, this monolithic temple is called as Ganesharatha. This is Kotikal Mandapa. Two-step staircase leads into the sanctum, which is empty now. The presence of two female Dwarpals on either side of the sanctum entrance suggests that this shrine must have been dedicated to a female deity, most probably Durga. This is rock-cut Varaha temple. The most important sculpture here is Varaha, the avatar of Lord Vishnu. Varaha holds up his wife Bhumi, Mother Earth, in his trunks. He has saved her from Naga, the snake king. Another fascinating sculpture shows Vishnu Trivikrama as a dwarf with one foot on earth, another in clouded sky, and the third leg on Tirunbali, pushing him to underworld. Next to Vishnu stand Brahma, Shiva, Sun, and the moon. Another panel on the east shows goddess Lakshmi with two maidens and two elephants. The fourth panel shows goddess Durga standing on a lotus under umbrella. Next is Roya Gopuram. This Gopuram is an incomplete monument located at the hilltop. This is Draupadi's bath. The rock cut in a rectangular shape resembles a bathtub and was named as Draupadi's bath. Next is Dharmaraja's rock cut throne. This is a rectangular piece of rock with a sculpture of lion on one end and resembles a throne. We can climb on the rock above the pillared mandapa to get a nice view of the surroundings. Avoid footwear while climbing to prevent slipping and falling. Dilapidated mandapa can also be seen above the rock. This new lighthouse was built in 1887 and became functional in 1904. There is an entrance fee to climb to the top and are open for public on specific timings. Ishvara temple is a small west-facing structural temple built on top of the hillock. Idols of Yoga Dakshinamurti, Tandaveshwara and Ravananugraha are in the temple. The most significant feature of Mahishamardini rock-cut mandapa is a sculptural depiction of Somaskanda, Mahishamardini fighting Mahishasura, and depiction of Vishnu in Anantashayanam. Next to visit is the famous Shore Temple. Indian dance festival was going on when I visited Mahabalipuram. Built during the Pallava period, it is the oldest structural temple of significance in South India. The two temples hold three sanctums, of which two are dedicated to Shiva and one to Vishnu. Most of the sculptures here are weathered due to the corrosive salt-laden winds. Several sculptures of Nandi can also be seen around the temple. One can find a number of sculpture shops in and around Mahabalipuram. We can watch how idols are carved and painted. Mahabalipuram beach is a sandy beach and mostly crowded by a large number of tourists and devotees. Horse riding facility is also available. We can find several small shops near the beach. I could not visit the Pancharathas due to the lack of time and proper guidance. Each of the 5 monuments in the Pancharathas complex resembles a chariot and is carved over a single long stone or monolith of granite. These temples were not completed and consecrated. Thank you for watching. Kindly comment, share and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet soon with another interesting video. Goodbye.